Hello folks, today I'm going to talk to you about how to avoid injury. You are a fitness instructor and one of the things that worries you the most is not to get injured. A few weeks ago, I posted in a Facebook group what are the 3 main challenges you have as a fitness instructor. I was very surprised with the results. One was having the low pay, the second was too much work or getting fatigued, and the third one is getting injured. So this is why I decided to do this video on how not to get injured. My name is João Ferreira. I'm spinning master instructor, owner of Passion Fitness Digital Academy, and creator of Tina, the Instructors app. Let's go for it right now. So probably you are getting injured due to the 2 other reasons. You are having very low pay, so you want to work more, and then you are in a fatigue state, so your potential to get injured just increases. So the way I would like to explore this topic is about evaluating the risk level of getting injured. Let's take it from a scale from 0 to 10. 0, you are doing nothing specific, you are just sitting in your couch and you are doing no activity, so your risk level is 0. Then you start to do some activity, so your risk level of getting injured raises to 5%. This means that an accident can happen and you can get injured. Fitness instructors have a very high risk level of getting injured. And why is that? For this, I'm going to use the FIT principle. As you can see here, probably you remember that. FIT, F-I-T-T, and this stands for F, frequency, I, intensity, T, time, and then the last T is type. I'm going to add another T to the equation, and I will talk about it later. So let's start with frequency. How many times per week are you teaching? Let's say that you are teaching 7 days a week. Well, this is going to increase your risk level, probably to 15 to 20%. Why? Simply because you have no day of recovery. Every day you are going there and every day you are pushing it really hard. Which takes us to intensity. Fitness instructors, they like to give a lot of energy and power. They usually work at very high intensity level. Working out 7 days a week at high intensity levels, it's clearly not good for you and your health. Everybody knows that you need to work at different levels of intensity. Sometimes you need to recover and then you have to be at, threshold intensity, and then sometimes you're going to hit it a little higher. And very often you have to recover. That's the base of fitness. If you don't recover, your body cannot heal, cannot get its energy back. So if you take the frequency as a 7 day per week, and then you are pushing the intensity to high level training every day of the week, well, that's a very nice cocktail for getting injured. Now let's look at the 2 others, time and type. The time means the duration of your training. How many hours are you doing per week? Probably you are teaching 1 hour per day or sometimes 2 or 3 hours per day. How much hours are you accumulating over the week? Now, if you are already training 7 days a week with high intensity and you are going over I would say 8 hours a week, your risk level of injury is exploding. Now let's look at the type. The type is what type of training are you doing? So if you have one single certification, you are probably doing one type of exercise, only one type of movement, one technique, meaning that you are overusing your joints, your ligaments, your back, your muscles, always the same, and always using the same type of movements. And this is going to raise your risk level of injury. Now, I told you I was going to add another T, which is a technique. Are you using the right technique? You have learned in your certification how to use the better technique, right? And you are using it. If you look at the other, the F, I, T, and T, probably you are adding fatigue to yourself. Adding fatigue means that your technique is going to suffer from it. You will not do the right technique anymore, mostly if you are doing more than 1 hour a day. Now, if you are not using the right technique, you are probably gonna get injured. So it's all a combination. It all fits together in the FIT principle. It's as easy as that. So probably you are closing up your eyes and not looking at the truth. And the real truth is probably you are doing that because you are getting a low pay. So the first thing I would tell you to avoid injury is reduce the number of classes. If you are training 7 days a week, take at least 1 day off. If you are training more than 10 hours a week, you should take 2 days off because you need to recover. Now, if your intensity is always very high, well, do some recovery classes as well. Make sure that you, for yourself, lower the intensity in some of those classes. Do some variation. Let's say that you're always doing power training. Well, do some cardio as well. Do some swimming, do some running. If you're doing cycling all the time, do other stuff as well. The combination of the different types of exercise are going to help you to improve your fitness condition. Now, the last one, the last T I wanted to add is technique. It's not in the FIT principle, but I wanted to add that. Are you using the right technique? Of course, you learned in your certification what is the right and correct technique. But I also see many instructors out there just creating their own routines. What do you think that will do to your body? Probably nothing right now, but it will accumulate with all the others, the frequency, the intensity, the time, and the type. That's a great cocktail to get injured. I'm sorry for that, but somebody needs to tell you the truth. You will get injured one day or the other. Now, when you are adding up like 7 days a week training, more than 8 to 10 hours a week, with high intensities, with always the same type of exercise, what do you think it will happen to your technique? Fatigue is going to install in your body. And even like in one day, if you are doing 2-3 hours of training, your body is starting to get fatigued. It is going to impact your technique. Absolutely. What will happen when you have a wrong technique? The risk of injury is going to increase again even higher. You are probably now to an 80% of risk of injury. It will happen any day. The question is not will it happen, is when will it happen? So here's my advice for you. Reduce the number of hours you do per week. I know it's hard. I know you're going to earn less. Here's the take. You need to improve yourself as a fitness instructor. Raise the bar. Go to next level, advanced or elite level as an instructor, follow education, get better, fill up your classes, and then you're going to ask for a pay raise. Again, this is linked to the pay raise as well. If you are earning more, you can do less classes. All this is linked together. Take at least 1 day a week of recovery. If you're doing 10, 12 hours, 15 hours a week, take 2 days. If you cannot, every 6 weeks or 3 months maximum, take at least 2 weeks out. No training, no exercise. Just let your body heal back. This is a very good principle of fitness. You work out, you surcharge, and then you have to recover for your body to become stronger. If you don't do it, what will happen is that your body is going to weaken up. You're going to get weaker and weaker. Your immune system is going to get hit as well. And so every little disease you're going to have, a cold or whatever, it's going to stay there for longer, and it's going to take you a lot more time to heal. Because if you get injured, the impact on your revenue is going to be dramatic. You're going to lose probably weeks or months of income. So what is best? To work a lot now, to work too much, and then not being able to have any more income? Well, think twice. It is time for you to reduce the number of classes you teach. To do it better, do it with more value, earn more, provide extra services which are not the same type. Do some variation there. If you want to read more about this, there's a link here below to download my free instructor guide. I'm talking about injury, but I'm also talking about other topics like insurance, but also how to get a better pay, how to put your business model together to have better revenue. It's all here. Just click down there and it's all free. So you can just download it. You are like 10 seconds away from getting it. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.